Oh ho ho! I believe we are back, but I need to be absolutely sure that we're playing since we had some connection issues last time we streamed. I think we're good. Okay, it says we're streaming. It had some connection. There we go. Okay. If you see it pausing at all, you let me know. I'm also going to look, make sure it's not pausing. Beginning court is now in session. I'm not used to seeing her there. I'm used to seeing, a little judgy with the beard.
I'm not sure we can trust her, right?
Yeah, because they're thinking she may be a murderer. Is the defense ready to proceed? You bet. Bring it on, Big G.
Not bad.
The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared. So Fender and Francisca have taken over in their places. Very well, let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start to these proceedings. The crime we are here to adjudicate took place in a prison, an institution of the judiciary. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries grave implications. Those two factors combined caused pretrial preparations to take more time than usual. And then the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. But now we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in at such short notice. Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me, though, gang. Didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. How about you, Fran? Everything cool over on your side? It's hardly ideal for the prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The evidence has just been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Thank you both. Very well, bring the accused, Miss Fifi Lagarde, to the stand. I invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. Alright, the accused was... Let me stop you right there, darling. I like how she still is able to have the little, foxy-looking... Actually, I think it is a fox.
An Arctic fox, right?
Yeah. I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That something being why on earth I'm here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you.
She admitted to killing him.
But will they, dear? Really? Fine, carry on if you must.
I actually don't think Fifi Lagarde was that bad of a person. She just got smited and killed.
Yeah, I know she was a bit different than some of the other villains. The murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center, but the prosecution's case will show that Miss Lagarde took him from the holding cells and murdered him. And she did so with this knife. Huh? Is something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How can that... No, the evidence! What gives, Fran? Everything okay? The murder weapon, it's not here, and neither is Bothid Karma Karmaconis' chisel. What? Say it ain't so.
Got auctioned it. And she probably knows that she can't go to trial with missing evidence.
Ah. Explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. No murder weapon, huh? Then what exactly are we all doing here?
She knew.
Really, darling, you shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe. I could only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me. Little boy Winner strikes again. Hey, G. What is it, Mr. Fender? Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we? The court hereby denies the defense's request. What? Don't be like that. What's the dealio? Yeah, and plus, him wanting to delay it, I mean, this would only help him, but he's even saying, let's delay it a little bit. She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on and show everybody how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we? Innocent? I'll thank you to take this seriously. Oh, but I am, darling, and you don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself. In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? Aw, I wish this was like Eeny Meeny going, do you have any evidence? I don't think so. And without Eddie, you can't charge me for anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling?
That might be a cool Halloween costume, Kiki Lizard.
Yeah. What? Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilty. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold the phone there, hasty pants. You can't go dropping a verdict just like that. Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to its client being acquitted? Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do the little Miss Warden over there is guilty as all heck. And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it. Mr. Fender, it is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work.
You know, your ass shouldn't be sitting there as a judge if you were standing there.
Yeah.
Half of this went down. It seems like you're patting your ass for your friends right now.
But it's so confusing to me because it's first she's uncovering corruption in the last case, and now this seems very strange considering her turn in case 4.
You know, I don't know what the overarching story is here, because remember, Fifi Lagarde seemed like a straight-laced person and killed that guy who kind of was innocent of, killing the other guy. It's a hot mess. Everybody's framing everybody.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Gabelle's deal is here. I really wish I knew. Gee, you're killing me here. I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available. And we have that evidence, just not here. Give me some time, just a little. I'll find it, I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. Are you going to overrule that too? Oh, yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor, don't do us like this. Very well. The court accepts the request. Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, you know. There will be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well. Understood. Phew! Saved by the bell, huh? Very well. We will reconvene in 15 minutes. Okay. But we did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course we did. I forgot that the fox was licking the sweat off her. So did somebody steal it or what? Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Barry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch a trial? Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go? Who gets this excited over a trial? It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right? Simeon, there's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom. What? But no, they can't. Hee, they're not going to arrest you again, are they? Don't say that. No. Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh? How dare he embarrass me like that? Is that Von Karma? Oh dear. Speaking of easy to upset. Fran. Tina. Franderella. Chill, okay? Just chill. Come on, put that whip away. That's it. That idiot of a so-called prosecutor. I'll find him and I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Eep! Milester, you gotta calm her down. Kid's gone cuckoo. Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Francisca. You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life. What are you going to do, Francisca? You only have 15 minutes. Don't you think I know that? And wipe that infuriatingly reasonable look off your face. You're like a news anchor calmly reading the news or something. And it's utterly exasperating. It's probably better that I don't rise to that. I never imagined you would be the one prosecuting this case, Francisca. Nor did I, but what a case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the warden of a prison, no less. The murder weapon was properly entered into evidence and everything. And yet, when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile. Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool. Next time I see the little coward, I'll whip him into shape if it's the last thing I do. You go ahead and do that, but quit taking it out on the people around him. K-Meister! So you got the old memory back, huh? Sure did. I'm me again. You had me worried 6 ways till Sunday. Not that other K wasn't a blast, too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in. No. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay? Yeah, I guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? We need to dig up this missing evidence lickety-split. We can't count on them putting the trial on hold much longer. Yeah, it's a stumper, all right. If only some kind soul will offer to go find it for us. That's an expected look if I ever saw one. Can't help but notice you still haven't asked for your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Finally decided to come walk the path of righteousness with me and your old man, huh? The committee has my badge, that much is true, but I haven't given up on it just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No? Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done. Thank you, Fender. Yeah, if only somebody would go sniff out that evidence for us. Fine, we'll do it. Way to go, Milesio. You sure? I'll do what I can, but that might not be much in 15 minutes. Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, okay? Okay, at least that makes sense. We can find them while they're stalling. G won't be banging that hammer first until you've made it back with the goods, I promise. Thank you, I'll be counting on you, Fender. And you, Francisca, how does that sound? What makes you think I'd accept your help? How about some advice instead, that you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor? Come on, Fran, clock's a tick-tock in here. Time to step up to the plate. Alright, fine. We will stall the trial for as long as we can. But you'd better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be your new career instead. I'm glad you're on board. I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Oh, this sounds fun. Can I play? Alright, that would be very helpful of you both. Very well, where shall we begin? I think we know to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you? Who will we need to speak to in order to find out where the evidence went? I guess, Eustace, right?
Take that!
Because he's the one who's supposed to have had it. That's right, the supposed custodian of the evidence in question, Eustace Winter. Oh, the new prosecutor guy? Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. Alrighty then. Think we better huddle and talk tactics, huh, Fran? Just the two of... Ow! Don't keep me waiting, Miles Edgeworth. I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. Oh, Franny Poo, wait up now. Franny Poo? Is he like Old Bag's son?
I mean, Mary called her
Pansy Pansy Whippity Whip. Interesting. Alright. Oh dear. Whoa. Judge Gavelle. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, a pleasure as always. A pleasure? How was it a pleasure? And what was all that about just now? Okay, stop it. But Judge Gavelle knows that horrible woman is the killer. Why the heck would she? Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands.
Got it.
My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Is that all Judge Verity Gavelle is? You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. To be this hard and unforgiving? There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. Please go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you. And is there something wrong with that? Only that his body was discovered this morning right next to the very same building. What? I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the two of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. Oh, she says she took the elevator. Wait, of course she did, because there's evidence that she went back, but then we're saying he went the other way. That much we know to be true. As I've said, we've seen the footage. What business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. She's hiding something, and I have to get it out of her.
We're gonna play chess?
We're gonna play chess! I don't think we've chessed Gavelle, have we?
No, she's not gonna.
She's just sitting there like, hello, good sir. Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building. But it was simply to discuss professional matters, matters that I am not obliged to have to work hard to get past her professional defenses. If she puts up too impenetrable a facade, I'll probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking what she met the president to talk about. Perhaps you can begin by telling us what you met with President Wang to discuss. As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you. I'm so glad you understand. I must say, you are a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, an occasional aide to us in the field even. Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously. And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You returned Kay's promised notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that that fell within the scope of your duties. I am not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true. Now you are a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Gavelle, and you are allowed to have them, about the president's death, too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Torosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of a movie? He did. Interesting that you should even know what Torosaurus is. Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. Something about them shooting a movie, somewhere near the big building. She isn't fooling anybody. She's clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winter, who seems to have disappeared along with some vital evidence. Perhaps if she won't tell us what she discussed with the President, we should try to find out what else she might be hiding. Clearly getting under her skin. I need to dig further. Francisca stepped in to take Mr. Winter's place in the trial, but how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if, once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winter's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly, too. Wait, two? Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? Ah. I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. We're all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But you're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else, we're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. Yeah? You are right, of course. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gabel, just tell us the truth. What's going on? Oh my god! This is a new one! Yo! I've never seen her lose her composure like this.
That's buddy.
Yeah. Like, wow. I don't know. Like, yeah, she's always been so cool. This is wow. Okay, I didn't see this coming. Who are you worried about? Are you worried about Mr. Winter or are you worried about Torosaurus? let me try that. This person you're so worried about, is it Torosaurus? I really don't have time for not a joke, and I told you how the president was killed. You seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Torosaurus. That was simply shock at learning how he died. And where? A half-built film set on an empty lot? It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling to you. Now, that's not true at all. It's just, film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No, why? Why did this have to happen? Something about the Torosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Judge Gabel, who are you so worried about, and where are they? My apologies, but I simply can't. I love the I need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line. It's tied to the tag. Okay, I'm worried about Mr. Winter. The person you're so worried about isn't Mr. Winter. He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course I am worried about him, but this also could be a valuable test for him. Don't lie to me, I'll expose you in the end. Nope. He chose to disappear, and he could choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't? That's not something I am at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did. Yeah. Oy.
I missed the second one.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to go back to that. That poor child, who are you talking about? Nobody! Please, it was nothing. Ignore it. Judging by the look of her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think this might prove to be a valuable clue. So this poor child is missing, and you're desperate to find them. Ah! And since you say child, I suppose we're right in assuming this person is a minor? I can't answer, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever in the murder of the president. Time to deploy my clue. Boy, I was close to failing that one. You seem to be very sensitive every time I mention Torosaurus. That poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they? Oh, how did you? You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. Very well. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I am so worried about, the person I am so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. I thought so, because that was the only other child, but I don't know why. Sean, but why? That is more than I can allow you to know. Judge Gavell, you said you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give it up voluntarily, we will have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. I need to get her to tell me why she's so desperate to find Sean. We're trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all.
Technically, that's not true.
Yeah, so let's go into the do you know him? Do you know Sean personally? He is famous. I doubt there are many people who do not know him. I certainly didn't until today. Then you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I can teach you a few things. There is almost nothing I don't know about him. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. It seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. Ugh. Look. I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this. Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps? Am I? Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire.
Doesn't sound a lot like you.
Yeah, it doesn't. We should have bided our time. I heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn where the set was and some other important details. I see, I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. I imagine you would have also tried to learn when he was supposed to be on set. Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today. Oh, now I should have asked something. I think every time she hugs herself, that means she's vulnerable to a question. Make it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you? Seems to be to do with Sean. And now we know she's spoken with him. That's an important clue. Alright, here we go. I can understand you're being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally. How did I give so much away? The two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. We're trying to find Sean. I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You've as good as told us that it does. Please, Judge Gavel, you have to help us try and find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom? The Goddess of Justice? By the one person who knows where he is. Oh, person who kidnapped him. Oh! No! Oy. We will try to, or at least we know where to go. We're going to go from 3 to 1 to 2. Alright, do you know? Okay, now do you know where he is? The person who kidnapped him. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it, he's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Judge Gavel, I need you to tell me the truth, all of it. Very well. This time, I will tell you everything. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped. I knew it. But why does that have anything to do with you? That is, Sean is. Your son? He's my son. What? Now, how do you keep a child actor as your son under wraps?
Well, they have different names. So maybe his father gave him his stage name and she kept her name for... I don't know. Crap, you know what we left in the back of the car?
What?
Those cans.
They're not cold. Yeah, they were non-refrigerated cans. Yeah, so they're fine. I was more worried that we left ice cream in the car. What, you're Sean's mom, Judge Gavel? No way, come on, you're too young. It's true, I am Sean's mother. Look. Magazine clipping. An article about Sean. You always carry this with you? Yes, everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman. That certainly speaks to the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Fortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Did they make any demands? Only one, that Fifi Lagarde be found not guilty. What is this, like Shelley the Killer again? With his demands of, oh, so-and-so not be guilty? Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. And without any, you can't charge him with anything, or yes. Okay, well that explains why she's out of character right now. That's why you came so close to declaring her innocent. I have failed in my duty to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I make a mockery of justice. And yet I tried to force through a... Even this is different, too. Yeah. Judge Gavelle. The goddess must be furious with me. But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most. Of course you couldn't. Are you crazy? Okay. No parent could just give up on their child like that. That makes the goddess of justice mad. Then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. Declaring the goddess guilty. That's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, that we all serve the law, we are also only human. And none of us could or should be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict. Thank you, both of you. But the trial must continue. There's no escaping that. Your Honor, there you are. It seems it is time. Judge Gavelle. My dad was a prosecutor. He was? Yeah, he used to work in a courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a clearly innocent suspect be found guilty. I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back. He would. So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us. What do you mean? To get him back, to snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yatagarasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you. Head, the thief who steals only the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Gavelle, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you? Mr. Edgeworth, I'd like to help too, if that's all right with you. Thank you. I know I am in no position to ask this of you, but please, see that he comes home safely. Oh, we will. Don't worry, you can count on us. Here, take my cell phone. The kidnapper may call again. You'll get it back, along with your son, I promise. I will do everything I can to draw up a trial, but I don't imagine I can give you more than about 2 hours at best. 2 hours. That gives us until 2 p.m. Please, I'm counting on you. And here I thought the great thief was on sabbatical. Well, hold on to your hat because she's back in business. Alright, let's do this. My first commission. I can't afford to mess it up. In that case, we better start looking right away. Where to begin? Yeah, where the heck did he go? Maybe he just went home. You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all. Sure, or maybe he went on the lam. Perhaps we should see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building. Hey, what are you doing giving orders? This is a great thief operation. I'm in charge now. Is that so? Then what am I? You're my assistant. First assistant to the great thief Yatagarasu. Talk about an honor. I've been relegated to thief's assistant? Alright, let's go to work. Team Yatagarasu, move out. Alright, here we are. Ready? On 3. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay? What exactly are you talking about? even in the depths of night. Hey, your turn. Keep up, will you? What are you making me do this? Because the great thief Yatagarasu just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How is anybody supposed to know that if we don't announce her appearance? You may be a thief, but I most certainly am not. Yeah, fine, I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the lack of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. I'm very much aware of who you are, thank you. Now shall we get on with this investigation? You're no fun at all. We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We better get started. Alright, well, we have the photo. Let's show it to a few people, see if it jogs any memories. Oh, I see someone familiar. Look. Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth, long time no see. Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met in an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see indeed. Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, great thief. Mr. Edgeworth has been working as my assistant. Good to meet you. But thief? Mr. Edgeworth has been assisting a thief? Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's alright. Sure. I don't know if I can be much help to you, but sure. Yeah, so he'll be one of Sean's work colleagues. I guess we better just dive right in. Yeah. I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, yes. But I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. But if you're Kay, here's assistant, I guess this is her case? No, that's simply, I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one. Don't encourage her. Alright, I'll need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case. If you notice anything weird, perhaps you can give me your impressions. That's supposed to sound like me? My impressions. I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but... Is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry. I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now. Right? Arg, I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either. Because you were due to finish shooting soon. No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start. I guess the plan was to shoot the rest on a lot back at Global Studios. I've been so worried about everything. What with people spreading all these rumors, too. Rumors? Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all been hiding real monsters on that there set of yours. Y'all can't do that, I'm gonna expose y'all. She's always saying stuff like that. I think I know exactly who this journalist might be. Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you might know her. But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean. Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job. So, you've all been working hard on the movie. Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everybody else over at Global Studios. If only they'd put this kind of energy into making a new Steel Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one? Me? I'm Torosaurus himself. I figured he was Torosaurus. No way, so you're the star. Heh. Well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see? My face won't ever appear on screen. Really? Still, that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometimes? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of the horns. I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part. Oh, I get it, because I'm an outsider, right? That's not the issue at all here, Kay. Can I ask you a couple questions about Sean? Sean? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him. Did he do that a lot? Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 mid-shoot, you look around sometimes and he's just gone. Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to? Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set, though. Huh? You did? And where was he headed? He got on the site bus. But I was checking some equipment over, and by the time I looked back up, he was gone. The site bus? I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers? Sure, you'll have to excuse the mess, though. Alright, let's see what we can find. A very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir. Huh? I'm not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask what you've been posted here? Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things. Excellent. Then perhaps you can tell me if any vehicles have come in or out of the building. None except the taxi and that blue truck over there, sir. Only 2 vehicles have come in or out. It could be useful to know. Oh ho! Hey there, pal. Why the long face, huh? Think you ought to maybe lighten up a little? Did you take on any passengers here this morning? Does a witch wear a pointy hat? You bet I did. Just the one fare, mind you. And who was the passenger? It was 2 guys, had on these black suits, real sharp looking. Did they have a boy with them? This boy? Nah. Like I said, it was just the 2 of them. Alright, never mind. Thank you for your help. I thought we might be onto something there, but no luck. Sean. Kind of thought that basket on the back of the truck there looks suspicious. She's not wrong, it does. Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while. No way, you can tell just from that. And if it's been parked here for a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back. It's a map of the area around the big building. Let's take a closer look. Right, so... this is the big building itself, so that's where we are right now. It's kind of cool looking, but I still can't quite bring myself to like it. I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you never wanted to come here again. Hey, when this is all over, when we have the whole case wrapped up, can we maybe come here just for fun? We could bring Gummy too! You don't let the past drag you down, do you? It's an admirable quality, I guess. Let's think about that later, shall we, Kay? Case isn't done yet. We can't afford to start making plans for when it's done. No fun. Fine. Let's hurry up and solve this little mystery then, shall we? The Sundown Sanitation Plant. What, do they make cleaning products there or something? Sadly not. I think they just incinerate all the garbage the trucks bring back. By the way, Kay, you seem a little antsy. Oh, it's nothing. Hey, did you see up in the other corner of the map? There's another huge garbage facility. Indeed there is. I imagine it probably fulfills a slightly different function. There seems to be quite a few facilities in the area. Yeah, this place is littered with them. Really? That's what you were so excited about? A third-rate pun? I don't really buy into all that stuff. But they do say the light from the sun in the morning gives you more wrinkles, right? And why are we talking about this? What do you think? Because they call it Morning Tan Park. I'd certainly like to be basking in the morning sunshine without a care in the world right now. The Sunshine Coliseum. They hold all kinds of events there. Yeah, I wanted to go to the World Thief Symposium, but they canceled it this year. It was so cool, thieves from all over the planet all gathered in one place. I mean, there was that thing where they arrested pretty much everybody who attended, I guess. And some people did say the whole thing was just a trap set by the police. But you still wanted to go. There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port there. Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea or something? I guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with. So what else? Oh, like garbage that washes up on the shore? Shells and fish bones and stuff? Well, who throws that stuff in there in the first place, huh? They should be ashamed of themselves. Didn't they ever hear of recycling? You could make earrings and necklaces, and yeah. Let's maybe talk about this another time, shall we, Kay? So, I looked at this, but like nothing became evidence or anything. Interesting. Very interesting. Where would Sean have been sitting? Sean? Oh, that's the seat with the backpack on it. There's something poking out of it. Videotape? Huh, we use these when we're shooting. Why would Sean have one? Was there something he wanted to record? Yeah. Do you have a way for us to check what's on the tape? Sure, there's a couple of monitors set up right over there. Alright, hitting play. It's Sean. Is he rehearsing his lines? There's a clearly visible footprint right there, which means this must be from last night. Yeah, he does that sometimes. When he's unhappy with a scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time. Wow, he's really dedicated, huh? Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, that part of it, at least. The using the kid without asking part, not so much. And he would have been able to use the equipment on his own. Sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something pretty basic. Huh? What is it, Kay? Where did Sean go? He ran off somewhere. And just left the camera running? It stopped. I guess he ran out of tape. So that's all that's on there, Sean's rehearsal. There's an array of filming equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something? No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. It's just the case has gone missing. Case? What is he talking about? Yeah, all that stuff there is normally stored inside a large case. But I look away for 5 minutes and it's wandered off somewhere. Sounds like there's a thief around here. Yeah. What exactly was taken? Just the case as far as I can tell. Why only take that? I would have been more interested in what was inside it myself. I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents. Did they need to put something in it? It's midday already. You think Judge Gavelle and the others are doing okay? I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out proceedings? We have to find Sean. Indeed we do. Ah, heck, not like that, dang it. How you think we're gonna get us a scoop like... How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop fiends, wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone. Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving. It's scoop or die out there. Yes, Chief. Well, look who it is, although I can't help but wish it wasn't. When did those two get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, we should go talk to them. Should we? Ugh, fine. Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, does she? Sure does, 'cause that's exactly what I am. She's my #1 cub reporter. Seems my unique brand of shutterbugging caught her eye, so she came to me to learn the trade. She may be a scribbler, not a snapper, but the both of us are hungry for scoop soup 24/7. And besides, who doesn't want to be called Chief, right? Miss Hart's pictures were what drew Miss Lloyd to her. I suppose it's no surprise that this particular chief attracted an apprentice with such unique tastes. Sure, she doesn't score no big stories just yet, but she's hungry, boy is she. Hungrier than me, even. And she wants Torosaurus exclusive banner and a coyote wants a chicken. She's been turning this place upside down all day looking for leads. She has? Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. I think we should ask her, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Agreed, we need all the help we can get to find Sean. And I can think of one piece of evidence that might encourage her to tell us what we all need to know. So now that the story of the underground auction is in the bag, what next? Come on, as if you need to ask. Torosaurus, that's what. Fate done dropped him right in my dang lap, snuck in upstairs to cover the auction. And then he shows up right on the doorstep and stomps big old footprints everywhere for good measure. And do you have a particular news outlet in mind for this big scoop? Ah, does a bear do its business in the woods? I got me 2 or 3 in mind. They'll all be all over this like a rash. Heck, there's even one right here in the big building. Tabby and me, we're in and out of there all the time. I mean, mostly on account of how fond they seem to be of throwing us out in our ears, but still. It sounds as if they're both more out than in. Well, if it ain't my good friends, Ruffles! Good to see y'all again! And you, Miss Lloyd, but how come you're here if you don't mind my asking? Well, they kinda dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without so much as a slap on the wrist. Guess it was their way of saying you keep up the good work now. They did seem kinda keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though. Yes, because you weren't part of the official story of the attempt on the president's life. And they can't afford to have you getting in the way of that. But Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with a piece of tape. Heh, not exactly the most delicate way of putting it. Wrote up the whole thing, of course, every last detail, plus a few of my own. Handed it to the paper, hopes all high and all, but nothing. Not a peep. Was somebody putting pressure on them, or were the details you added a little too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. What are you doing here at the big building? Are you reporting on something? Hey, maybe I didn't make this clear enough the first time we met. But you want a reporter to scratch your back? You gotta scratch hers first, if you catch my meaning. I mean, you want me to give you something you can use for an article. Bingo! And it better be good. Because if it ain't, this conversation's over. We do need to know about what might have happened to Sean. Perhaps I could show her a piece of evidence and see if she has anything to give me in return. Let's see. I mean, this would be the first thing I would think would be. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Miss Lloyd, this picture. Say no more, Ruffles. I already know what you're gonna ask. Oh, you do? You're looking for him, right? The kid. What? You just can't get out from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Miles Edgeworth, trouble magnet. Pretty much sums you up, right? Is my reputation really so sordid? And now you done got yourself wrapped in a kidnapping too? Crazy. Huh? How do you know about that? Shh, pipe down, will ya? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it on the down low, okay? That ain't a cat I want out of the bag just yet. Seriously, how do you know about it? Surely Judge Cavell hasn't told anybody except us. Heh heh heh. I bet you just love to know, wouldn't you? Well, you can't, it's a secret. She's as stubborn as ever, it seems. Hey, quit staring at me like that. I ain't sharing nothing with that thundercloud of a face. So, you know something, right? Sure do. Truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled off by 2 shady characters in black suits. Oh. Yeah, so she says that 2 people in black suits kidnapped him, But then the other person says they didn't have a kid, so something happened in the interim there. Nope, don't got a clue. They was kind of far away when I spotted them. Lost sight pretty quick. Dang it. Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now. Yes, 2 men in black. So... Oh, whoops. That's not what I meant. Alright, so... So we've learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw 2 men taking Sean away, and the taxi driver remembers giving 2 similar-looking men a ride. They must be the same people, right? I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes, but there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver said specifically that the 2 men didn't have a child with them.
Maybe they put him in a suitcase or a trunk or something. You know what I mean?
The case that they stole may be big enough for that little kid. So, yeah. Could it be the kidnappers who stole the case? Wait, you mean... Yes, what if they put Sean inside it? He's little enough that he'd fit, I guess. So the reason the taxi driver didn't see him might be that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage. But why did they need to hide him? I imagine they might not have planned to originally, but they didn't count on there being a police presence here in the plaza. Right, that makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Sean. So they took a rather drastic measure. That must be it. Alright, let's go see what the taxi driver can tell us. 2 men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them? Boy, did they. A giant case. Wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I tell ya. That settles it. That must have been the kidnappers. Where did you take these 2 men, if you don't mind me asking? Look, I see this... What? How about I give you a ride there? That's a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, thank you. Hey, my pleasure, folks. Does he have to drive so fast? Feeling kind of queasy. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You look a little green yourself. I'm fine. The driver said he took the men to the garage of this house right here, which means this must be where they brought the case. No way! Look at the name on the mailbox. The name? What? Excelsius Winter? This must be the chairman guy's house. What? Excelsius Winter ordered Sean's kidnapping? Isn't he currently under arrest? Nice, the garage door is unlocked. We spotted that quickly, although I guess I probably shouldn't be surprised. It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winter Sr. must be something of a motorhead. Ha! No, you know what it is? It's Clavier. Clavier Gavin. Because it's a motorcycle.
Didn't he have that skull burned on his chin?
Excelsius?
Yeah.
Yes. So he's a motorcycle enthusiast? What are we, Kay? Common house thieves? You take that back. We're great thieves, and don't let me ever hear you say different. Have some self-respect, Mr. Edgeworth. She didn't like that at all. Anyway, it seems nobody's around, which hopefully means we're not at risk of being arrested. Don't let your guard down. We've only just gotten started here. Now let's find us some treasures. Aren't we supposed to be looking for Sean? I see these gloves.
Where's the case?
Yeah. The gloves, though, they're red-ish. Look, a treasure. These are mechanics gloves. They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines. They're covered in oil that looks like it must be from a machine. And strangely, dirt. An awful lot of dirt. I doubt they would have gotten like that from motorcycle maintenance. Oh, I hate that guy, but I have to admit, I like his gloves a lot. You think we can maybe come up with a good excuse to borrow them? I was about to take them into evidence, but now I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Alright. Now we got the case. I think we know what this is. Yes, this has to be it. The equipment case that Mr. Powers told us was stolen. They folded little Sean up, packed him in there, and shipped him all the way here, huh? He's a boy, Kay, not a piece of equipment. And it's possible that he's still here. And we'd better find him. My reputation as a great thief is riding on this. And yours is my assistant. Sure it is. No way, this bike is super cool. There's even a skull over the headlight. I suppose it's designed so that the eyes light up when you turn it on. Really? Yeah, I'll bet it's still nothing compared to when you get that steely glint in your eyes. My eyes don't actually light up, Kay. Look at these huge bags of flour, Mr. Edgeworth. We had some water and a rolling pin, we can make some delicious fresh noodles. I like them nice and firm, don't you? You have to boil them just the right amount. That's not flour, Kay, it's cement. If you mix it with water, it would become very, very firm indeed. Really? Wow, cement noodles. Yeah, those would probably kind of stick in your throat, huh? Just a little, Kay, just a little. There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools here. That thing makes Judge Javel's hammer look puny. If I ever become a judge, I'm getting one like this. I doubt you'd make yourself very popular swinging one of those around in the courtroom. Tisk, really? Fine, what if I swing that shovel around instead? Then it wouldn't be a courtroom, it would be a circus. Promise me you won't do that. Thunk. Huh? There's somebody in the back there. Oh dear. Sean, is that you? Sean, stay right there, we're coming. Huh? That's... Winner? But Mr. Winner? What? What's he doing here? Wait, this is Chairman Winner's house, right? Which means... Yes, it's Mr. Winner's home too, presumably. How did he wind up like this? Untie him, Kay, quickly. A little expert rope work, huh? Leave it to me. Alright, like this, and through there, and you're free. Are you okay, Eustace? It looks like he's been through hell. How did you come to be tied up down here? I don't know. You found me. Why don't you tell me? Because we don't know, which is why we're asking. I'm not sure you're going to be able to get much out of him like this. No, in which case, there's only one thing for it. Wait, you mean... I hate to beat a man while he's down, but it might be the only way. Are you sure? Look, don't look too hard on him, okay? You might push him over the edge. Understood. I'll tread carefully, I promise. Though I can't promise I'll be very good at it. I've never held back against my opponents before, after all. Dang, we're gonna play chess again so quickly? You ready for this? Last time we saw him, he was running out of the courtroom. How did he wind up here? You don't understand. You don't know what it's like being me. 5? Oh dear. I guess I just have to quietly listen to what he has to say. Why me? Why do I always be the last one to know? The butt of every joke. Boy, we've never seen him cry like this. He clearly has questions. I'll have to do my best to try and answer them. But he's also clearly in no fit state for this. I'll need to try and finish this quickly. I should figure out what he needs to hear and try to calm him down. Okay. Okay, well, I'm not going to calm him down, calling him a failure. Just take a deep breath and tell me what's on your mind, Eustace. No, I will not. Even if I did, it's not like you'd listen to me. What is this? Why aren't you shouting objection? You always shout objection. Should I? Or should I bite my tongue? I'll try. I won't let up. You realize that, won't you? Oh, no. Ah, darn it. Let's have to ignore his tears and concentrate on what he says. So let me keep being quiet. What? You're really going to listen to me? Learning the truth about your father can't have been easy. I can only sympathize. That wasn't the hard part. The hard part was losing everything I ever had in a single morning. Everything I thought I worked for was all a lie. That just made it happen. So tell me, Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in now? You can lose faith in everything but yourself. That you have to believe in. But you don't have to do it alone. Experience I can't give you, but knowledge, that I'm happy to offer. I had some time to think while I was tied up like that. Out to be a prosecutor. I'm unconfident? I don't even know the right word. Why are you ignoring me? Is this some game of yours? Are you trying to make me feel even worse? Hey. It's a hard one to crack.
Objection!
What? What am I doing? I don't know, I thought I picked... Maybe I went too fast on that last one. I mean, I know this first part, I know what to do, so bide my time, bide my time. Yeah, bide my time again. Yeah, I did that too quickly. Believe in yourself. And then the word you're looking for is incompetent. But judging one's own competence is notoriously difficult, so I need you to trust me on something. You're getting better at this, Eustace, day by day, inch by inch. I swear it. Now, I need to ask you something. Will you help me out? Sure, what do you want to know? Well, first of all, thank you for calming down. Next, I want you to tell me about your kidnapping. I need you to be as detailed as possible, Eustace. Tell me everything you remember seeing and hearing. Do you have any idea why somebody might have wanted to kidnap you? What do you mean? Why does anybody kidnap anybody? For a ransom, right? I need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line. Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been? No, of course I don't. If I did, I'd have told you already. Alright. Why would somebody kidnap you only to take you back to your own home? Don't you think I want to know that too? I'm the victim here. What are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know? Bye, my time. Yeah, I think it's more that he's telling us, by he, I mean Edgeworth, he's telling like us as the person playing that we need to try to calm him down a little bit. So sometimes we need to be silent and let him vent a bit. They locked me up in that box, locked me up in here. I was scared, so scared. And did you happen to overhear anything your kidnappers might have said? I think one said, if you want to blame somebody, blame the guy who owns this house. The owner of this house, that's your father, isn't it? It is? I guess it is, huh? Oh, I get it. The kidnappers were people who hated my dad. That's not it. At least not based on what else we know of the situation. But there was some kind of link between the kidnappers and Winter Sr., That could be a clue. So then we're going to go to who. Your captor wanted you easily at hand, and where could be more convenient than one's own home? I hate to break it to you, Eustace, but the kidnapping was ordered by your father. What? I mean, seriously, that's, like... I don't know, but can you imagine learning all that about your dad, and now he has you kidnapped? You don't think he wanted me out of the way, that he was going to kill me? Why are you ignoring me? Is this some kind of game? No, Of course not. You know what? I read it too fast and I saw of course and then maybe, so I thought none of them should be picked. What good would that have done him? His own son dead in the family garage, he would instantly have become the prime suspect. You're right. Okay, so why did he have me kidnapped? Well, it won't have been for a ransom, not his own son. That wouldn't make sense. So his motive for the kidnapping must have been something else. This could be an important clue. Why would somebody kidnap their own child if they were planning on demanding a ransom? Yeah, that is kind of weird. Did anything odd happen during the kidnapping? No, I just answered their stupid question and then they grabbed me. What did they ask you? Their question? What did they ask you? Eek, stop glaring at me like that. What was it again? Oh yeah, they asked me if I knew Gavel. Of course, things are starting to fall into place now. Your father, his goal wasn't to kidnap you. He was out to kidnap Judge Gavel's son, Sean Fenn. Because he wanted to force her honor into declaring Warden Lagarde not guilty. Wait, Gavel has a son? And it was also Lagarde would be found not guilty. I think you were mistaken for Sean, and that's why you were kidnapped. What? You mean I went through all that by mistake? Wait, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that would explain the part where... Oh, where what? Have you remembered something? No, it's nothing. I'm nothing. I'm useless. Meaningless. Just go. Just leave me alone. This isn't good. I think I've pushed him as far as he can reasonably be pushed. I have to calm him down and get him to tell me what it is that he just remembered. Judging by his fragile demeanor, I'd say he's still suffering considerably. I need to help him get back on his feet. You remembered something just now. What was it? I didn't remember anything. All I remember is him. Him? You mean your father? No, I didn't mean to bring him up. I'm nothing compared to him. I'd never have made prosecutor if he didn't help me. I've been wanting to ask about that for some time. Why did you become a prosecutor? What do you mean? You think it too, don't you? That I wasn't meant to be one. That I'm not good enough. Say something, will you? You chose this path. Why? You must have a reason. It's not like that. There's no big reason behind it at all. The reason is stupid and dumb and not important. Like I said, it's stupid. It probably doesn't mean much to anybody except me. I've often felt the same of my own reasons for becoming a prosecutor. Really? You have? But you're a real one. A good one. A success. Even my dad, the chairman of the committee, said so. You wanted your father's approval. I can well understand that. You can? I thought if I became the best prosecutor out there, he'd finally accept me for who I am. I just wanted to not be useless. You're not covering for your father in any way, are you? What?
No, I won't cover for him ever again. I mean, why would I after what he's done? You have a strong desire to be of use to him, so he'll approve of you. Is that fair to say? I mean, why can't I be? Just once in my stupid life. Why can't I make it better? Why can't I clean his name? Should I correct him again? It isn't possible to clean a name, Eustace, but you can clear one. Huh? I never knew that. In your father's case, though, it's going to be hard. His crimes continue as your kidnapping shows. Knowing that, do you still think you can help him? But what else do I have? What else am I supposed to do? Why don't you be the better man and rise above the father who made a fool of you? Stare him straight in his eyes. Stop him from committing any more crimes. Hey, you're right. I'll prove him wrong about me. I'll prove him wrong about everything. That seems to have calmed him down again. Now I just need to get him to tell me what happened to the evidence. Let's see if I can't give him the courage he'll need to stand up to his father. Key pieces of evidence from the Lagarde trial failed to make it to the courtroom. As the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility. Did you misplace them somehow? No, that's not what happened. You haven't heard my side of the story. I thought I was putting them in the safest place there was. But, oh, what did I do? What did I do? Alright. What's the connection between your father and Warden Lagarde? Sorry, I don't know much about that. Can't think of anything? Even the smallest morsel could be a valuable clue. Oh, I think they maybe worked together once. And what is it? What else have you remembered? I think she got the job at the prison because my dad recommended her. Interesting. And did he have any particular reason to recommend her? I guess he thought she was good at her job. Unlike me. I think they knew each other from back when he was the chief prosecutor. What was he like back then? Was he different at all? Oh, he was amazing. There wasn't a piece of evidence he didn't know, or a case file he hadn't read. An intimate knowledge of cases and the evidence pertaining to them. It could be an important clue. I think I know what you thought would be the safest place possible. With your father, isn't that correct? What? Ah! He told me it would be safe with him. He said there was nowhere safer. Well, I'm afraid he betrayed your trust, and in the ugliest way possible. So he got rid of it? Why, Dad? What were you thinking? Wanted to mess with the trial? Your father wanted to obscure the truth in order to ensure that Warden Lagarde was declared innocent. There's no easy way to say this, Eustace. He used you. What? Nah! There's a chance that the evidence is still in Chairman Winter's possession, and we still don't know where Sean is. We need to get back out there and find him. It's all my fault. What do I do now? I can't stand by and watch him like this. He's had a brutal collision with a reality he never even knew existed. I should ask him what he means to do now. Perhaps I can even help him figure that out. There's no way around it. The road ahead will be a hard one. Maybe this is fate, and maybe my job is to point him in the right direction. Do you mean to be like your father, to continue to ignore the truth? Come on, give me a break, will you? Can't a guy get a glass of human kindness when he needs one? Why are you... Oh, boy. Should I have corrected him again? Probably. Aren't you talking about the milk of human kindness? I'm afraid that's not quite how the phrase is used. Huh? It's not? Listen, talking with you like this, it's helpful for me too. There was a time where there were truths I didn't want to face up to either. But a good friend taught me the error of my ways. That's nice, but I don't have anybody like that. If you could muster the courage to try to find your feet again, I'd be very happy to help. You would? Only if you really mean to try. I don't want to be like my dad. You want to be better than him, don't you? Yes, Eustace, I can see it now. Do you mean to continue working as a prosecutor, Eustace? I don't even want to think about that yet. After all, I only ever became one because of my dad. I probably shouldn't even think about carrying on, should I? Only you can answer that. The only person who can answer that question is you. Ah! Only you can decide what path you choose to walk. Then, I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. But if I give up now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life, I just know it. So he intends to see this through. Bear that in mind. He's told me that he wishes to be better than his father, and that he wishes to remain a prosecutor. I take that to mean he wants to be a different kind of prosecutor than his father. That's the first important decision he's ever made for himself, and it tells us where he means to go next. So what now, Eustace? Well, first I'm going to give the stupid jacket back. I don't deserve to wear it. My dad always said that the clothes make you a man, but I'm no man. Its clothes make the man, Eustace. It is? Thanks, Edgeworth. I'm learning a lot from you today. That's good to hear. Now about that jacket, why don't we make you into a prosecutor worthy of it? Alright, let's do it. Let's make it so nobody ever makes fun of me again. But how? How do I get there? Tell me, what do I need to do? I just don't know. I just don't know. If only he'd remember his own words from a few minutes ago. The decision he made should serve as a good guide as to what he should do next. There we go. You want to remain a prosecutor, but walk a different path from your father, correct? It won't be easy, but the path you have chosen is that of the true prosecutor. And now that you have chosen it, when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. You're lucky. I myself still haven't quite decided what to do with my life. But you have, and it's a choice you made all on your own. Now all you have to do is believe in yourself and in the path you've chosen. Mistaken for Sean and kidnapped by his own father's underlings, and losing his belief in himself as a prosecutor after his father stole his evidence. He's been through so much in the span of a single day, more than I can imagine. Well, it took a little longer than I thought it would, but that's checkmate. No! Wow, I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast. He's particularly speedy when it comes to running away from things, it seems. Yeah, we don't have much time left. I think we better check in with Fender. He'll want an update on what we've discovered. The courthouse. But Eustace ran off, right? Isn't he supposed to be the prosecutor in charge? We're just updating Fender. Nothing else will change. Francisca will continue for the prosecution. Okay, is that really alright, though? It's going to have to be. Like you said, Eustace ran off. Look, I hate to be a stickler for the details, but let's go over this just one more time, shall we? No murder weapon means no conclusive proof means no conviction. That's all there is to it. That makes no sense. The lack of a murder weapon doesn't prove your client's innocence. Don't make me come over there and whip it into you. Eek! Eddie, darling, how much longer is this going to take? It's almost as if you're trying to drag this out for as long as possible. Sorry, Thieves, it's our friend the prosecutor over there. She's stubborn as a freaking mule. Then give me a satisfactory explanation. Or I'll just have to keep whipping you until you can. Seriously? I've already taken more licks than I've had birthdays. That's the first time we've actually heard him, like his inner thoughts. Yeah. Come on, Miles, what's taking so long? Happy to buy you some time and all, but I'm taking a beating here. Oop, sorry, G, this one's important. Mind if I take it? Fine. Fender? Miles Sereno! Boy, am I ever glad to hear your voice. How are things on your end? We found Eustace. Sweet! And the knife? And the chisel? Unfortunately, he entrusted both to his father's care, which means that Chairman Winter is the only person who knows where they are. Chairman Winter? But why would he? We're not quite sure of the specifics just yet. But we do know that Chairman Winter and Warden Lagarde have some sort of connection they'd rather others didn't know about. Gotcha. Alright, I guess the next move will be to get Excelsius Winter on the stand. Best to hear the deets from the proverbial horse's mouth, right? I'll keep looking for the missing evidence. For Sean. Well, shake a leg, will you, big guy? Can't keep this one from going to the judges much longer. We're a gnat's whisker from a verdict here. Understood. I wonder how long Judge Gavelle's nerve can hold. This can't be easy for her. We need to hurry. How are things over at the Courtroom of Doom? They're going to call Chairman Winter to the stand. Who knows how that will go for them? Yeah, he's already stooped to evidence stealing and kidnapping. What else is he capable of? Exactly. Perhaps we should look over any evidence we have relating to him just in case it might help. Good idea. Alright, leave it to me. Presenting a hot new piece of evidence fresh from the evidence oven. The gloves we found in his garage. Yes, I was thinking about those. Anything else? What about the case file from the IS-7 incident? Chairman Winter was involved in that, right? Yes, he helped suppress the evidence. It's probably a good idea to have the notes on hand. Excellent. And do we have anything else? We sure do. Last, but far from not least, there's this. You got a Garasu pin? Okay. I asked for evidence related to Chairman Winter. Can you please try and take this seriously? Says the guy who spends his life presenting people with evidence that has nothing to do with anything. That's different. What? Wait, that's Eustace? Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Ah! Rude, he totally ignored me. What was he doing in the big building, I wonder? Let's go inside and see if we can figure out what he was up to. Yes, good idea. Yeah, why is he there? Why did he run to the big building? Ah, the hatch is wide open. Maybe Eustace opened it. Did Eustace really come down here? Mr. Edgeworth, look. The safe, it's open. I guess maybe he did come down here. We better take a closer look. There's some stuff in the safe. Guess we better take a look, don't you?
Just a chess piece thing.
Yeah. This is a document of some kind. Let's see. Yeah, document, and there's a photo attached too. Oh, this picture, it's of... Whoa, that's Mr. Knight, right? Why is there a picture of him in here? And what's this paperwork about? I'm not sure. Let's take a closer look. You were right, darling. There's some sort of connection between Knight and Canis. As you know, we've been trying to find out who Canis plays a silly correspondence chess game with. Well, now we know. I'll be pulling Knight into my office for a thorough grilling tomorrow. And I'll make that worm admit he's Canis' lackey if it's the last thing I do. So you do your bit too and retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it. Seems to be some sort of report on Knight. Yeah, and it must be from right around the time he was killed. We know that Knight was killed while being interrogated in the prison warden's office. I think we can safely assume that this document was written by Fifi Lagarde, don't you? I'd say so. But who was it written for? Oh, I guess whoever owns the safe? And I'd say that's likely to be the auctioneer, Excelsius winner himself. Proof that they really did know each other. Indeed, and not only that, it proves another connection. Huh? Lagarde and Winter were trying to flush out Mr. Canis' henchmen. Oh, you mean Bothead Karma Canis, right? The assassin guy with a soft spot for dogs. Yes, something links the three of them. Something they don't want anybody to know. What? I don't know yet, but I suspect it has something to do with this case. Wait, there's something else in here we've seen before. There's something on his finger. Ah, yes. The ring. Well, well, Mr. Knight. Your chess set and your ring are here, too. All your possessions in one place. So basically, the safe was full of evidence from the murder at the prison. It seems so. Which means the missing knife and chisel might be here, too. Knife, chisel. No dice. There's nothing else here apart from Mr. Knight's stuff. Really? Curses. Knight may be dead. But he left unfinished business behind him. I think we need to find out what it was. Could I interest you two in some cotton candy, perhaps? Hmm? Oh dear. I have ice cream too, but if I recall correctly, you weren't much of a fan. You. The killer. It's wonderful to see you looking so well, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, it is. Well, didn't he have a broken arm in the first part? In the first case? And he had the ice cream cone in the first case, too. It was always sweating when he got nervous. It's just as I said. I'm selling cotton candy. Can I really not interest you in some? Parting Clouds, it's called. Very apt. Sweeter than death itself, and so delicious you'll feel you're parting the clouds en route to heaven. He's the last person on Earth I'd accept candy from. Yeah? I was hoping to ask you about my little message. Did you manage to figure it out yet? Have you been watching us this whole time? Watching you? No, I prefer to think I've been watching over you. The stand here really is the most marvelous little vantage point. How are the two things any different, and what does he want with us? President's murder, was that you? Oh no, my contract elapsed a little while ago. He was rather famous among us assassins, you know. The man no one could kill, notoriously stubborn, despite multiple attempts over the years. And it wasn't just his brawn that kept him safe. He used bodyguards, body doubles, you name it. It certainly wasn't his brawn that kept him safe. Ha! Sadly, this time, his bodyguards were nowhere to be found. And after Mr. Rook died to save him, too. As I said, it wasn't me. I do not kill without good reason. Which is something else I have to be grateful to Mr. Rook for. Thanks to him, I avoided killing someone entirely unworthy of my attention. Thanks to? What does that mean? The person who hired me deliberately misled me as to the identity of my target. A betrayal of trust for which I won't soon forgive them. That is... yeah. That's why... I like how the ice cream is where all his emotions are. Do you know what I think? I think you and I are looking for the same person. Is he talking about whoever it was that killed the president? And who was this person, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, come now, I can't tell you that. It's against the rules. Revealing the identity of a client is out of the question. I'd hardly stay in business long if people couldn't trust me now, would I? That doesn't mean there's anything to stop me from catching up with them in my free time. Now, what are you going to do when you find them? Why, dish out a little justice for the betrayal I suffered, of course. What? What are you saying? What's going to happen to them? I think you can imagine. Well, this hasn't exactly been a pleasant catch-up. But I shouldn't leave you completely in the dark. There's something you ought to know. Our mutual friend, Bothead Karma Canis, he escaped 3 days ago. What? 3 nights ago, to be precise. His cell was suddenly simply empty. Almost as if he knew I was coming to pay him a visit. Wait, the killer went to visit Khan's in prison. Does that mean he's the person the killer is looking for? Now, I'd better not take up any more of your time. We'll be seeing one another again soon, I'm sure. Let's both keep up the good work, shall we? We'll run our target to ground in the end. First a killer, now Khan has 2 assassins on the loose. Huh? That sound. Mr. Edgeworth, it's Judge Gavel's cell phone. Could it be Sean? How's it going, Miles? Whoever it is using a voice chat. It's your friend in the red raincoat, of course. Oh? Okay. We still don't know who that is, because there's 2 people in a red raincoat. We just spoke to one. Red raincoat. That red raincoat guy is so creepy. You're the one who abducted Kay. Bingo! Well figured out, Mr. Genius Prosecutor. I can't hear, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, where's the speakerphone button? I was as surprised as anybody when she lost her memory like that. Talk about a curveball. Hey, I'm standing right here, you know. But never mind all that. I called to talk about something else. Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Truth is, I was the one who made Big Bad Chairman Winter kill little Miss Rosie Ringer. What? This must be the person the killer was talking about. I also called to say thank you. I neither want or need your thanks. Sure, but you deserve them anyway. Guess the penny didn't drop yet, huh? You're right, I abducted Kay, as you put it. But why would I do that? That's right, because I needed you to help me make sure that Winter got caught. No. If Kay was a suspect, you'd have to look into it. And if you looked into it, you'd be sure to unmask him eventually. After all, you're a genius, right? Everything worked out exactly like I planned. Oh, but there's something else you should know. Something you didn't figure out yet. It wasn't Winter who kidnapped Judge Gavel's boy. You? How do you know about that? You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. How could they possibly know about that? She didn't even use her real name when she visited. She pretended to be Detective Gumshoe. Anyway, you want to know how I knew about the kidnapping? That one's nice and simple, at least. Because sweet, innocent little Sean is here with me right now. What? No. Oh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. Ah, if only I could see your faces. Well, Kay, what do you say? Why don't you come and steal him back? Just like you said you would. You wouldn't want the amazing Yadagarasu's first commission to be a failure, would you? They even know about that? How can they possibly know so much? Oh, don't get the wrong idea about dear old Excelsius, by the way. Papa Winter's still a villain through and through. He wanted to kidnap Sean. I got there first. So there were 2 kidnapping plots. Let me read that again. Ooh, what a bunch of clowns. This goon's kidnapped his own son by mistake. Sean really there with you? Prove it. Put him on the phone. Oh, he's here, but I'm afraid I can't do that. He's sleeping. So sweet. Then why should we believe you? You might not be the kidnapper at all. Look, if you don't want to believe me, that's up to you. What do you want? What's the end game here? Are you just trying to get Lagarde acquitted? Nope, I couldn't care less about whether they found her guilty or not. See, whoever it is, they're not after the same thing as Chairman Winter. My endgame is going to have to stay a secret now. Alright, nice talking to you. You kids have fun, okay? Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry, I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Yeah, not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice very highly. What the? Who's that? I wish I knew, but they didn't give us enough to figure that out. Deliberately, I imagine. What? So we really have nothing to go on? That's not fair. They sure knew a lot about us. Indeed they did. You're right, it was uncanny how much they seemed to know. How is it possible that they were party to so much that happened in private? Right? They knew everything about the whole kidnapping situation, too. We need to figure out how. Where were they getting their information from? Let's consider this carefully. What were the things they knew? That's it. Based on the specifics they mentioned, there's only one possible answer. I've got it, Kay. I know how they knew. Huh? Really? Whoever it was, they were following us, filming us, listening in on us.
Filming us or listening in? Listening in, because we have the both things. So I think they can pay attention to what they're
Maybe that's why it has a recording device. Because I've been wondering why there's a recording device in there. It seemed very... like, it made it easy, but I'm like, there's gotta be a reason, or else that's weird writing. They must have been able to hear us somehow. It's the only possible answer. What? Like, they were eavesdropping on us? Think about what the kidnapper said. If only I could see your faces. That means they couldn't, so they weren't filming or following us. Okay, so what, they hit a bug somewhere? Let me take a look at the stuff in my bag. Where could they have concealed it? We need to go back to what they said again. Yes, they somehow knew about something they shouldn't have. Judge Cavell's impromptu visit and our conversation in the visitor's room.
We have the phone, don't we?
We do now, that's how we answered. So, it's... this.
Take that!
What? So he had evidence on his person. The bug would have been hidden in an item I had in my possession at the time. Can't be a letter. Are we sure it's not this?
You just predicted it.
Yeah. So, guess the Lord's letter, maybe? I mean, this was the last case, so it can't be anything I got for this case. But I have the Yatagarasu pin on me? Okay, can I take a closer look at your badge? The Yatagarasu pin? No, it's mine. What? Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, sure, you're a great thief's assistant now, but that doesn't mean you get to wear the pin right away. You have to earn it. I don't want to wear it, I want to check it for bugs. Huh? This whole thing? Let's take a look, shall we? There it is. Oh, whoa. Ah, so I was right. The Yatagarasu pin that Kay always wears. There was a bug inside. How did you know? Whoever it is we're dealing with, they came into close contact with you recently. When they knocked me unconscious, you mean? Precisely, which made me think the bug must be in one of your possessions. But they also overheard my conversation with Judge Cavell when she visited me. Something that would have been impossible if I didn't have the bug on my person at the time. I get it, so you thought back over what they let you keep hold of when they locked you up. Yes, all the case evidence I was carrying had been confiscated. Meaning the only thing it could have possibly been was your pin. So they were listening to us this whole time, and they heard everything we said. I suspect so. Everything to do with this case and more. Wait, they're probably listening to what we're saying right now. They may well be, yes. Hey, jerkface! Eavesdropping coward, why don't you come on and show yourself? Huh? What was that sound? Ow, 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 ouch, dang it. Oh look, it's Tabby. Y'all sure know how to surprise a girl. You gotta shout that loud without a word of warning? Made me jump halfway out of my skin. Sorry. What's got you so ornery anyway? Get a load of this, seriously, it'll make your blood boil. It will, huh? I'm all ears. I wonder if we might be better off keeping it to ourselves, Kay. Assuming we don't want to be all over the front page of tomorrow's paper, that is. Ugh, thanks. Really walk right into that. Aw, come on, y'all are no fun at all. I was counting you opening it up and spilling the beans all over here this plaza. I better switch off the bug before I forget. So, did y'all find that there kidnapped kitty? Well, speaking of which, child you saw being taken away, was it the boy in this photograph? Huh? No, that ain't him. The kid I saw looked dumber than mud, even if he did have some fancy school uniform. No prizes for guessing who she mean. Oh, nope. That's Kay. She's not with the accent. So Miss Lloyd managed to confuse matters once again. I think we'd better take another look around. Back to square one. Hopefully we'll turn up something new. There are only 20 minutes left until 2. Are we going to make it on time? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, I just had a thought. It's about that phone call. There was a weird noise in the background, right? It was? I mean, I thought it was a gunshot. Wait, she's right. We heard a loud bang right at the end. Could that provide a hint as to the kidnapper's location? Loud bang, you say. I see. Yeah, will you stop eavesdropping? Boy, you never get any cuddler, do you, Ruffles? I guess I'll need to speak with Miss Lloyd, too. Much as I don't want to. Take it from here next time? Yes. This has been long since the last save point. This has been nearly 2 hours. No, you're not. You get sleepy way too easily. At any time of the day, too. It's ridiculous. Yes, Yeah, put it on me, why don't you? I know you did, jerk. Alright. So, there's a lot going on. Ideas, but I actually kind of want to keep them to myself, just in case you don't have the ideas, because, like, What? Well, I've actually been suspicious of the guy from Zhang Fa. Forgot his name. Wolverine? Yeah, I know. I'm just blanking on his name, but, like... Yeah, and, like, there were some things he didn't want to reveal to us, which was weird. But, you know, maybe there's another explanation just like with Judge Gavelle. So, I don't know for a fact. It's just, that's where I've kind of had my, suspicion.
Can you go to
Yes.
somebody who haven't met yet?
That too. So we have Kay. We have Lotta Hart. Well, he's dead. That's your victim. Shylong Lang. There we go. We got the crew member. We got Sean Fenn. We have Judge Gavelle. That's crazy. 13? You had him at 13?
Maybe it's like an adopted son, you know? They don't have the same last name.
Yeah. We have Gumshoe. We have Eddie Fender. Francisca Von Karma. Eustace Winter. Fifi Lagarde. Regina Berry. Simeon Saint. Will Powers. Tabby Lloyd. Excelsius Winter. Bronco Knight, but he's dead. Bodhit Harmakanis.
Yeah.
Well, he's not dead. He was in prison. He's out now. That's what Shelley the Killer was just telling us. Literally just told us. Were you sleeping? Wow. Yeah, he's out of prison. His whereabouts are unknown. He escaped prison 3 nights ago.
Oh yeah, we remember
Well, I do.
that. Yeah.
But you do. So,
Actually, suspicious of
I mean, she was there in the first case. That'd be something. Yeah, we got a lot of characters right now. So yeah, I guess we'll start. Oh wait, Regina is Kay's age, huh? Well, I guess we'll see if either of us have the right idea with our suspicions, because that could be it too. I mean, I don't know if it's... Oh wait, I just saw it's Gumshoes there. Worshipping the ground Etchworth walks on? I'm sure we can. Stop, Gummy. Why are you running away from us? Detective Gumshoe. When you gave up your badge, sir, I didn't know what to do with myself. So I thought if you weren't going to be a prosecutor anymore, then maybe I shouldn't be a detective either. But I was wrong. Even if you're not around, I'll always be a detective. My job will always be to investigate crimes. And us detectives don't just investigate when prosecutors ask us to. We have to be able to look into stuff ourselves, too. Is that what you were doing just now? And back then, too. So Rosie Ringer's autopsy report. When I went down to the detention center to see how Kay was doing, You overheard that? Yes, so I went back and looked over all the evidence. I dug out a little something I thought might help. No way, Gummy, you're the best. I'd be in prison right now if it wasn't for you. My pleasure, kid. Good to see you got your memory back, by the way. Thanks. So anyway, like I said, I'm investigating stuff for myself these days, and that's that. Wait, Gummy, don't run off again. We get it. You can look into stuff for yourself now. That's great. And it helped me right when I needed it the most. But right now, we need you to work with us. I'm no longer a prosecutor or indeed in anything, but we're investigating a case regardless. And I ask you this not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us? Aw, stop it, sir. You're killing me here. Come on, Gummy. Alright, I'll do it. Just stop bowing and being nice to me, okay? It's weird. Gummy! Thank you, Detective. So what do you need? What you been up to? Do you want to stop it there? Okay. Alright. Next time we'll continue the case. I mean, we're still in the beginning of the case, right? Like, the next one will be, like, the intermission, not the intermission, but the middle, and then we go to the latter case. So, I mean, it's the last case of the game, so I expect it to be longer. But considering we just played for 2 hours and we're not at the next save point,
And that's not the right trap.
yeah, because we're at the beginning of the case, so we have suspicions, but, you know, there's a lot more of the case to go. So we'll see what those suspicions add up to.
That the well is not his biological mother.
I mean, that would be a story in and of itself. Like, 13? What? That's a little...
She's the caregiver.
We'll find out more as it goes. There's a lot more case to go. I am intrigued, though. And I like how a lot of these cases, you're kind of seeing all the seeds that were planted there sprouting up here. So, until next time. Maybe tomorrow if we have a chance. We will see.